Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Journey. Today's video, we're going to be looking at our Hypo hero, which finally we have gotten to the place within the Mystic House that we can afford one of these heroes. Now, they, of course, are the most difficult heroes to get within AFK Journey, but out of the arena store, and this is why, or excuse me, the guild store, this is why we say grind out and build out, because we are going to pick up our very first copy. That is right, of Reinier or Reinier right there. Getting a copy of him is an absolute game changer. Buy him. He is really the primary hero to have. Now, in a lot of different game modes, and I want to test him in a couple different game modes, because right now it's just kind of hearsay. I did have him on the PTR for a very, very short amount of time, but I want to try him over here. And again, we can buy 6 copies out of here, which is kind of insane. So if you're going through this guild store and you're farming and you're one of the top guilds, you can actually pull a couple copies in here if you are farming out a ton. Now, overall, I want to unlock him, and I believe he shows up right here. Boom, he is unlocked. He is crazy, guys. I want to see him in a bunch of different game modes. I want to try him in a bunch of different teams. Now, remember, he is a support hero, but he does have some damage capability. He is used in a couple different boss fights. He has the ability to actually buff up a couple different bosses, which is what kind of I want to look at today and see exactly where he is. Now, of course, within the PvP, within the arena aspect, you'll use him a lot of different places. Again, as a hero that is pretty broken in a bunch of different game modes, he has the ability to teleport other heroes. Now, that is something that is a game changer for a majority of players. They might not have seen it or might not exactly understand what it means. So let's go ahead. We're going to pop him in here. Now, based on the abilities, you can see this little pink teleportation circle right here. This is going to take the enemies that is literally the systematic or the opposite to you and teleport them on the back line here, which means if you do have a high damage dealing hero, chances are that you can burn them down very, very fast, depending on the build. Now, I'm going to put him here, and you see we have Vela that is being teleported over here. We're going to swap actually Cecilia for Cecilia, but depending on exactly where you do put them in formation, it is going to teleport the other hero. Now, in addition, if you have more heroes on the battlefield than the enemy, it's going to be okay. But if you have less enemies on the battlefield than the enemy does, they're going to teleport the enemies away. So again, you're going to be able to focus on one specific hero because it's going to teleport them away, which is a really, really cool ability. Looking in here, so I'm going to hop this one out. So in the teleportation, we're going to have Timsia actually swap right here. And as you can see, this little teleportation circle here with the enemy Caroline on this side, which means this enemy is coming straight to our side. I'm going to put Cecilia back here. So hopefully we can get the kill pretty quick on this one and see exactly what it looks like. Now I want to slow it down a little. So boom, right in the beginning, you can see right here is the enemy, which means Reinier is back here. We have Cecilia back here. These heroes are all back here, and boom, that target is already dead. So right off the bat, that target died out very, very fast in here. Now, of course, when we get the ultimate, so here's Reinier's ultimate, boom, that target is gone as well. That is right, guys. So now we have a target for a set duration that is out of the battlefield, meaning that when the target reappears, hopefully you've taken out 1 or 2 of the additional enemies that we have on that side, meaning that you're going to have a very, very easy time to go in here and actually farm up this quite a bit. I like him. I like him a lot. And again, it seems like systematically you can play around with him in a lot of different formations, because even if we're bringing over, let's say, a Cecilia or an Odie, or you could even take someone where, hey, right here, we want to go ahead and swap Rowan to this side. I'm going to stack my damage dealers on here, essentially to allow us to kill Rowan out really, really fast in here. And of course, my tank is going to go on this side. We could do the same here with Smokey, where Smokey will come to the back line. And I'm hoping, again, let's swap this out. And I'm hoping a hero like Cecilia with Reinier right here will be able to actually take out Smokey, because as you can see within this formation, they're running double support, which means it's going to be very, very difficult to actually get through a lot of the damage if we don't have this ability to actually take out Smokey pretty early. So I want to see what it looks like. So boom, Smokey comes right over. They are sitting here, and we have all of our damage dealers on the side. So Smokey goes down fast. Good. Smokey is out very, very early of here. Reinier's ultimate ability here, it's coming up in just a second. Boom. Odie's gone from the battlefield as well as Reinier, which means again, now we have the ability to essentially take out some of our targets. As soon as the targets are done, boom, Reinier comes back. And as you can see, Odie was right there. We have Thorn that is resurrected, making him an absolute broken hero. Now, of course, we only have him at a very, very basic level, but there is Epic 1. But the hero is really cool in a lot of different game modes. Even looking at his build and looking at, he has the ability, again, as a support hero, has the ability to actually buff up a significant amount as he's going through here. But the mutual reflections is the one that you want to focus on. And then, of course, if the target is under, cannot be knocked up, or under the effect where it's immune to crowd control, if a non-summoned enemy is alive, they will deal more damage instead of teleporting them. This is another one where players said that you can actually get a lot of damage out of him because, of course, when it comes to boss modes, you don't have the ability to actually teleport them because, again, they're bosses. They do have the immunity. So he is going to provide some more damage. So, again, I want to run him in a couple different places and just kind of see where he is. Now, I know he doesn't do AoE damage, but I want to kind of just test it out a little bit and see kind of what it looks like. So we have Odie in here. We have Marilee in here. We have Corinne. I'm going to drop out Marilee. And I want to try him again in a few different places. Just see kind of what this looks like and how effective he's going to be. I want to see where the damage comes in, honestly. Because remember, since the enemy cannot be teleported, we're going to have the ability to actually do a lot more damage as a support hero, but as a damage dealer. So really ramping up some of the damage. And again, I believe this is single damage that he's going to do, but here comes the ultimate ability. Boom, there's the ultimate ability. Again, can't teleport them, just going to do an absorbent amount of damage. Then, of course, we know he's magical damage, but we do have Kruger in here, which is doing that defense down, allowing Corinne to do a lot more damage, Odie to do a lot more damage. So again, I'm hoping Smokey can keep them up. And then, of course, looks like we might take out the Elite Challenge. It's going to be close in here. Lost 2 targets right there, but 93. We haven't beat this one yet, guys, for the Elite Challenge. 98. Come on, Odie. We got the ads up. We got to take him down quick. I think we can get this down. 98. We have 20 seconds left, and we did. We got the 3.2 million damage in there to actually take it down. So let's see. So there we go. So we got our chest out of there. Got 3 more invitation letters. And what are we at? 417. So not too great in here. Now, I know there are targets and there are specific heroes that I have built up. Again, looking at Corinne, looking at a couple ones, but even looking at a hero that is built up quite a bit more for a warrior, even looking at the levels are even, he does a pretty decent amount of damage in there, which I do like. I think that's pretty cool. And again, we finally got to Epic in here based on these. And again, this might not be the best boss essentially to use him in. PvP, he's going to be broken. Arcane Labyrinth, going to be the exact same, is going to be pretty broken. In the Legends Trial, of course, he's not going to be available to use. Battle Drills, I feel that's another one that could be really, really strong. And I actually want to try him in our boss. So a lot of players had a lot of questions when it came to the actual Lone Gaze, or actually the ability to take out this target. Now, I've been running a couple different ones. And again, I'm thinking melee DPS in here. I don't think he's going to be super effective, just because we have him at a very, very basic level. And again, this team, we put Shakira in here. We have been using Coco. So Coco is another one that a lot of players were saying you have to use Coco in here. It works incredibly well. I'm not going to use Lucius in here. So let's throw Kruger up front. And again, I'm just going to pop Reinier in here and see exactly where he's going to be used or exactly how effective this is going to work, because I love his attack. The attack is awesome. Now, of course, we can't crowd control this target, which means that we're going to have the ability to do a lot more damage with the ultimate ability. And I'm hoping just kind of based on the build here, again, melee damage might be a lot better versus the magic damage that Reinier is putting out. But I'm hoping overall, just kind of based on the build, boom, I love how he works. Man, he's such a cool, and that's why out of all of them, every player that I've talked to, even, talking to D2, talking to a lot of tier lists, looking at a lot of other players, they have said that this is the one to get. Out of the Hypos, out of the Celestials, Reinier is the one to actually get that is effective in pretty much every single game mode. And I'm wondering if it's being dodged, because it seems like maybe the crowd control effect is just not working in there. But I mean, we're at 3.5, 3.6, have another 15 seconds left. So again, I don't feel like the damage is going to be here for this one, but we're keeping everyone alive. So I like it. And this, of course, is running triple support. He also doesn't have the ability yet because we don't have it unlocked to buff up additional attack on targets. Meaning, again, overall, I don't feel like his damage is going to be super high, which it's not. So 411 right there. Again, we could do a lot better with some other heroes in here. Definitely not worth the grind, but loot in here is insane, guys. This is what we're looking for, is that max AFK rewards, so we can actually build it out. We have one more attack to do in here. But overall, when it comes to the heroes and when it comes to the heroes to buy, he is really the one. When you look at, again, a lot of different game modes with that ability to move with mutual reflection. But like I was saying, here we don't have the ability to actually buff up the hero focus, which this is going to give, again, a pretty solid buff in there. We also do have this one, which again is going to yield some additional damage in there. And then again, some more attack rating in the buff as they do the swap. So again, we could send a hero over there with some really, really big buffs with Reinier. Very, very cool hero. So definitely, I advise you to buy him as soon as you can. Now, of course, it's going to take a multitude of copies to actually build him out to be really effective in game modes. But again, it's going to take time. This is the one you want to focus on. This is the one that we're putting in the wish list to go ahead and build. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.